There is another Note coming. The Redmi Note 6 Pro is coming to India today, and it seems that Xiaomi cannot stop talking about it. There are a number of features the company is highlighting, and while not all of them will turn out to be much of an upgrade compared to the Redmi Note 5 Pro, which itself is a fairly fantastic phone, it is possible that some features are going to make the Redmi Note 6 Pro one of the best phones under 20,000 Indian rupees, or that is roughly $280. Welcome back to QatNip, and come on, let's learn together. At the same time, it is also true that overall the Redmi Note 6 Pro isn't a major upgrade over the Redmi Note 5 Pro, but there are some areas where Xiaomi has made an extra effort. The Redmi Note 6 Pro will go on sale for the first time in India on the 23rd of November, or that is tomorrow. First, coming to the camera department, that is different. The Redmi Note 6 Pro comes with a package of a 12 and 5 megapixel sensor duo for the rear, in which the 5 megapixel one is a depth sensor, which helps in portrait modes with creamy and blurred background. On the rear panel, the main camera of the phone supports dual pixel autofocus, which helps the phone focus quickly on the subject, particularly in low light. On the front, the Redmi Note 6 Pro comes with a main camera that uses a 20 megapixel sensor, while there is a secondary one being a 2 megapixel depth sensor for portrait selfies. The Redmi Note 5 Pro is a fairly good shooter, but portraits and low light photography are two areas where it can be better. But it looks like these are the two areas that Xiaomi has worked in the Redmi Note 6 Pro. The Redmi Note 6 Pro captures good bokeh, or that is portrait shots, with both the front and the back cameras with sharp edges most of the time. Pictures clicked in low light with Redmi Note 6 Pro are also pretty great and come with a decent amount of detail and colors. Moving on to the brighter display. In simple words, the Redmi Note 6 Pro screen is a polished version of what you get in a Redmi Note 5 Pro. The display of the Note 6 Pro is bigger than that on the 5, and the best part though is that despite a larger screen, the phone retains similar size and dimensions. The Note 6 Pro is also the first Note series phone from Xiaomi to come with a notched display and sports narrowed bezels. There is an option to hide the notch by changing the display settings, which is nice for those who think the notch is a disgrace. The display on the Redmi Note 6 Pro is brighter compared to that on the Note 5 Pro, as it can be clearly seen while consuming content on platforms like Amazon Prime and Netflix, or even YouTube, even when seen outside in bright sunlight. And finally, we have the Note 6 Pro's first Xiaomi phone in India to come with NeOH 10 based on Android Oreo out of the box. This is a good news for Mi fans. MIUI 10 brings a range of new features like navigation gestures, new recents, menu tabs, picture-in-picture mode, Android P-like volume slider, and notification shade AI features to the Redmi phone. Navigation gestures, a feature that is mostly seen on more expensive phones, work fine, but they aren't as smooth and easy to use as on an ultra-premium phone like the OnePlus 6T or the iPhone X. And finally, we have the improved battery life. Although the battery inside the Redmi Note 6 Pro is the same as that in the Note 5 Pro, Xiaomi seems to have improved its performance. The upcoming Redmi phone packs a 4000 mAh battery, but with Qualcomm's Quick Charge 3.0 support this time. The battery of the Redmi Note 6 Pro can go easily for about 1 day on a single charge, but if you aren't a social media addict or a movie buff who watches a lot of videos, the phone could easily go on for about 1.5 days or even beyond. So those were the strong points that the Redmi Note 6 Pro is bringing on the table, replacing the Note 5 Pro. Although we think many of the software features we have described here has already arrived to the Redmi Note 5 Pro with the MIUI 10 update. That is to be a point to be noted that even though the Redmi Note 5 Pro does not come with MIUI 10 inbuilt out of the box, it does get updated to it, so the software experience would be vastly similar, including the battery optimizations. There are only hardware limitations and looks that will actually differ. So that's it for this video, and we hope you liked it. A million thanks to our dear subscriber family for your continuous love and support, and until next time, stay tuned for more.